2-0 sweep to start the week, but my Mariners suck. Let's talk some baseball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back into another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven, and we are coming off a nice little 2-0 day on Monday. That's a great way to start the last week of baseball season. That's right. Rangers money line and Marcus Semien 1+ hit. That was a winner. Semien made it a little stressful, but we got it. And then the D-backs team total over 3.5. They got 4 runs, lost the game, but they got 4 runs, and that's all I care about. So nice 2-0 day. Movie Monday answers. We had some good ones. If you missed that yesterday, the question was, what is your favorite movie of all time? Any genre. It doesn't have to be sports. It's the last movie Monday. I wanted to go big. So we had some great answers. Back to the Future. That's an absolute classic. Casino, The Departed, Saving Private Ryan, and then a movie that I've never, ever heard of in my life. The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension. I guess that's a real movie, and some people said it was a cult classic. So I might have to check it out. But anyways, thanks for participating in that one and all year long. Those are a lot of fun. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you are new to the channel as we chase our first 7,000 subscribers. This is awesome. This has been a fun journey. Hopefully my videos have really helped you guys out, whether it's some bets, whether it's the research help, anything we're giving out. But either way, the journey has been awesome. So thank you guys. We got a huge video for you today, of course, including the last one of Who's on Fire. That's right. So we're going to start out with the good hitter matchups. Who's on fire in the last 7 days, the good pitcher strikeout matchups, the pitcher report, and then we'll end it with some best bets, and we look to stay hot. So that's what we got going on today. Without any more waiting, it's time to freaking talk some baseball, and it starts with those good hitter matchups. All right, we got a good day of hitter matchups, 13 of them for you, and it starts with Marcus Semien, who just helped us get a win, 7 for 21 with a double and a triple versus Reed Detmers. And again, be sure to check who the pitcher is because they've been changing all day. The last week of baseball just gets absolutely weird. A couple Red Sox players against Zach Eflin. Bo Bichette, 6 for 19 with a double off Michael King, who's been a really good starter for the Yankees since he's converted to a starter. And then Freddie Freeman, Dylan Carlson down there. The right side's crazy. So you end with 3 Phillies players. How about Kyle Schwarber, 7 for 10 with 4 doubles and a bomb versus Mitch Keller? That's absolutely owning somebody. And JT Realmuto, 6 for 11, a double, a triple, and a home run versus him. And then Kiner Falefa for the Yankees. How about 2 bombs versus Kevin Gausman? Kind of a surprise. And then we got the probably 2 of the better hitters for the Mets with Pete Alonso and Lindor, who hit Braxton Garrett pretty well. So take a screenshot, go get some winners. Those are the best hitter matchups for September 26th. Now, before we get into the hot hitters, a word from our sponsor. All right, I'm going to be quick. You know all about OddsJam, but we have 2 promo codes now. Jabo25 for 25% off your first month, and Jabo14 if you just want a 14-day free trial to go check it out. I recommend doing one of those. Just see if it's something that helps you, but it's a ton of research help. Very user-friendly. You can ask Randall. Reach out to me. I can get you any help you need. You can see odds across all sportsbook, fantasy optimizer with NBA coming up, guys. There's going to be some great advice and help for those player props that we love to do. So go sign up with OddsJam. It's free to join. Use that free trial. Use the 25% off, whatever it is. If you have any questions, let me know. But that's OddsJam. Back to baseball. All right, for the last time this season, it is the hitters on fire. I got 2 pages for you. Minimum 20 at-bats, 350 average or higher. Anything in green is the leader in the majors with those criteria. We start out with the Braves because, I mean, a Brave player, why not? That's who's always on here. But Ozzie Albies 387. We got some guys hitting over 400, especially the guy on the bottom, leading the league in home runs and RBIs in the last 7 days, or tied for home runs. You'll see the other one. JD Martinez, the old veteran, is just absolutely crushing the ball at the end of a long season. Pretty impressive. And another reason why the Dodgers are going to be competing for a World Series again. Other than that, some surprises, Andres Jimenez, Luis Garcia, things like that. But, anyone can get hot in a week. I just like to ride hot bats when I try to bet hitter parlays, over bases, all that kind of stuff. So that's the first page, and the most RBIs other than JD looks like Brandon Drury and Ozzie Albies with 7 ribbies. And then we got Santander of the Orioles with 8 RBIs. So that's page 1. Take a screenshot. Let's check out page 2. Nick Castellanos is tied for the home run lead with 5 bombs, and the Phillies will need him to stay hot in the playoffs because he was atrocious last year in the playoffs. And then look at the guy on the bottom. He is leading the major leagues in batting average. with 579 average. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know much about him, but good for him. 2 home runs and 3 RBIs for him. And then we got a couple guys with 7 RBIs. Juan Soto has been getting hot the last month or two of the season. Unfortunately, it's too little, too late for the Padres. And then we got TJ Friedel. I don't remember if the L is silent, but anyway, 7 RBIs, hitting 429, just crushing the ball. Josh Bell hitting 400. Yandy Diaz, holy cow, hitting 524 in the last 7 days. Other than that, we got some guys that we've seen here quite a bit, especially lately. Seiya Suzuki, Austin Riley, Adley Rutschman, all the same characters. So that's page 2. Take a screenshot. Hopefully, it helps you get some winners with who the best hitters are in the last week. All right, let's talk some arms. All right, we got 2 good pitcher strikeout matchups today, and it starts with Mr. Kevin Gausman of the Blue Jays going up against the Yankees. Yanks' third highest K percentage versus righties in the last 30 days at 27.6%. Gausman 232 Ks in 178 innings, and I got more on this later. Next one, Braxton Garrett of the Marlins going up against the Mets. Mets' ninth highest K percentage last 30 days versus lefties. Garrett, 154 Ks in 155.2 innings. He faced the Mets in his last start, and he had 7 strikeouts, just to let you know. Those are the good pitcher strikeout matchups, and now it's time for the pitcher report. All right, here's page 1, and we have 16 matchups today. That's right, including a doubleheader between the Dodgers and the Rockies. As you can see, the second game doesn't have pitchers listed yet, but Bobby Miller and Chase Anderson start game 1. We all know where the advantage is there. Hunter Green, the young phenom who has the ability to strike out a ton of hitters, does face a low K team in Cleveland, and Lucas Giolito. Other than that, Kyle Bradish, one of the most consistent pitchers on the Orioles rotation, 3.01 ERA, just been very impressive this year, going up against Josiah Gray of the Nationals. And then we got a terrible matchup in Detroit with Greinke and Reese Olson. Greinke is maybe his last start of his career. We'll see. And then a decent little matchup in Philly. Mitch Keller versus Aaron Nola. As the Phillies are kind of just playing for positioning for the wild card right now. Aaron Nola's been a much better pitcher at home than he has away. And then Michael King, Kevin Gausman. I believe we just saw this exact matchup about 5-6 days ago between these two guys. And they both pitched well. And Michael King, since he turned from a reliever to a starter, has pitched very, very well. Other than that, Zach Eflin, a little bit better at home, but he's helping the Tampa Bay Rays try to fight for the AL East. Anyways, that's about what we got for page 1. Remember, the averages for all starting pitchers are on the bottom. The highest walk guy in this one is Josiah Gray at 11.6%. So that's what we got. Let's go check out page 2 and the final 8 matchups. Justin Steele looks like he might finish around runner-up for NL Cy Young. Had a hell of a season. Exactly a 3 ERA, 24.5% K rate. Just been solid all season long. Going up against Bryce Elder. Something to keep in mind for the Braves. They don't officially have home field advantage locked up over the Dodgers, but they're not playing it for a ton. They don't need to win that many more games to do that. So just be careful when you do bet on the Braves. I will say that. And then Blackburn, O'Bear, decent pitchers, kind of even there. Urania's been just absolutely awful. Just awful. An 8 expected ERA and 34.2 innings. Zach Davies been awful, especially on the road, so there could be some runs in that game. No pitcher yet for Texas. And other than that, the other good matchup, Garrett and Lucchesi is about as even as it gets, expected ERA-wise, 4.3 for each of them. But then we got Christian Javier and George Kirby in a huge series in Seattle, and I keep saying that, but really, it's becoming less and less huge. I mean, we just absolutely suck. And we, meaning the Mariners, just keep fading them until they decide to win a game. But that's what we got. That's the pitcher report, page 2. Take a screenshot. Hopefully it helps you go get some winners. And now it is time for the best bets. All right, game number 1 takes us out to Toronto, Canada, where it is illegal to swear in a public park. That's right. It's crazy. You get fined $200 apparently. The Blue Jays fans have no problem swearing up a storm when they come to Mariner games in Seattle. So, anyways, Blue Jays money line minus 162, Yankees money line plus 136, over under of a low 7 runs. My best bet in this game, it is a player prop. Kevin Gausman over 7.5 Ks at minus 115. Yes, that's high, but let's talk about Mr. Gausman. As we talked about earlier, 31.4% K rate. We know this guy strikes out a lot of hitters. He has faced the Yankees now 3 times this year. Here's what he's done: 10 Ks, 10 Ks, 11 Ks. That's right, double-digit Ks in 3 games versus the Yankees. And this version of the Yankees lineup is absolutely awful. Probably the worst it's been because they're just playing out the string right now. And the Yankees offense, as of right now, as we just talked about, the third highest K percentage versus righties in the last 30 days at 27.6%. They've just been absolutely awful. They can't hit, they strike out a lot. I think Gausman in a big game at home gets probably 10 plus Ks again, but all we need is 8. He can just get 8 and we still win. So give me Gausman over 7.5 Ks as my first best bet. Now let's move on to the hater parlay. All right, we got a two-leg hitter parlay at plus 100. Seiya Suzuki of the Cubs and William Contreras of the Brewers. Make sure it's William Contreras. One plus hit each. That's even money. I like it. Seiya Suzuki, we just saw earlier, he's been on a roll, hitting 435 in the last 7 days, and he's just been on a roll for a while, not just 7 days. He has one plus hit in 19 of his last 23 games, and he's facing Bryce Elder of the Braves, who has given up 29 hits in his last 27.2 innings. He's hittable. I expect Seiya Suzuki to come through for the Cubs yet again as they try to fight for a wild card spot. Next one, William Contreras, the catcher for the Brewers. He is on a 12-game hitting streak. Knock on wood. I'm not going to break this freaking streak, okay? I've broken it up hitting streaks this year. He has the most hits by a catcher in the last 15 days in the league right now, hitting 333 over that span. 2 for 3 versus Zach Thompson. Not a huge sample size, but 2 for 3 at least shows he can hit them. Thompson giving up 9.1 hits per 9 innings, so he's very hittable. The Cardinals bullpen is very hittable, as we all know. So give me Seiya Suzuki and William Contreras to get one plus hit each at plus 100. And let's move on to our final bet. All right, the final game takes us out near my neck of the woods to Seattle, Washington, where apparently it is illegal in Seattle to have a team go to the World Series. Okay, I made that up, but it seems like it's real because we're the only freaking team that hasn't done it. We're losing again. Anyways, just had to vent again. Mariners money line minus 146. Astros money line plus 124. Over under of 8 runs in this game. I don't know what to tell you guys on my best bet here, but I'm going against my team. It's not just a bitter bet. A bitter bet. That's interesting. Astros money line plus 124. What are they doing as an underdog? I don't understand this. They have the better lineup. They have veterans on their team. They know how to win these big games. The Mariners do not. Let's dive into the matchup, though. Christian Javier, he's starting to pitch a little bit more like the guy we kind of expected all season long. He has 30 strikeouts now in his last 20 innings. He was not doing stuff like that earlier in the year. As long as he can kind of limit his walks, I think he's going to be okay because we know the Mariners strike out a ton, so it's a good matchup for him. I think Javier's last matchup, he just struck out 10 or 11 Orioles hitters, so he's feeling it right now. The Mariners offense in the last 2 weeks, because these are the big games. I'm just going to narrow it down the last 2 weeks. 18th in OPS when they were top 5 for like the last 30, 45 days. They've really struggled. 17th WRC plus. They're just nothing special, as you could just tell by them scoring 1 run yesterday. George Kirby takes them out. Now, he's been good most of the season, but he's just not in his best form. Get this now. He's given up 3 or more earned runs in 6 straight starts. Let's just assume he gives up 3 or 4 runs. I mean, the Astros got a good chance to win, guys. He's also has 3 or less Ks in 3 of his last 6 starts. So we got a guy in Javier who's starting to miss a ton of bats, facing a big strikeout team, and a guy in Kirby who doesn't strike out many players, and he's going up against the Astros who don't strike out a lot. There's going to be a lot of more bats on balls on the Astros side. Astros offense in the last 2 weeks. How about top 5 OPS, top 5 WRC plus? They are swinging a hot bat versus righties. Like I said, I'm getting the starting pitcher in a little bit better form right now. Even if you want to call that a wash, that's fine. The Astros know how to win big games. They are the better lineup right now. That's not even a question. And I'm getting plus 124. I mean, I just have to take the value. If I am the reason the Mariners start winning, then I'll take it. I'll lose the bet and the Mariners win. That's okay. But I think the Astros take it. The Mariners are just falling apart right now. So give me the Astros money line at plus 124 as the final bet of the day. Let's check out that bets recap. All right, there it is, guys. Kevin Gausman over 7.5 Ks at minus 115. We got the Astros money line in as the underdog at plus 124. Then Seiya Suzuki, William Contreras, 1 plus hit each at even money plus 100. If I have any added bets, I will be sure to add it in the pinned comments in Discord. Let's have another winning day. Let's just try to make it 5 straight winning days as we end this season and dive into playoff baseball. I look forward to having some videos on that as well. So thank you guys for the support. I really appreciate it. We'll have another baseball video for Wednesday's games. And of course, we'll do our football videos Wednesday night, getting ready for week 4. All right. Hope everyone has a great Tuesday. We'll talk to you later.